Alrighty then. Hello everybody, my name is Austin24 and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2. It is festival time. We left off right in the middle of the festival after twin shenanigans. Let us not waste any more time and begin. Also, real quick, I don't know why, but my sinuses have been bothering me again, so I'll try not to clear my throat as much as possible. Hopefully that doesn't bother anyone too much. I'll try to... It's hard. It's hard to keep that under control, but I don't know why it's happening, but... I'm sorry that it's happening. Anyways, now let's really begin. Wow, there's a lot of people. Turned around to look at everyone else, but nobody was there. But where'd everyone go? They probably got lost among all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. Doesn't look like I can get over there. Well, we got separated. No big deal. We can just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over. Gave up on finding the others and wandered around trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. Didn't take long for me to realize I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of the people in front of me, though. Bump. Once again, an even louder taiko drum resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika-chan had come on stage with the elders, who were in priestly garb. I heard low exhalations of admiration, and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's heads were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika-chan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar. That's right. The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and to hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practice using a mochi-pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rika-chan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down, it was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it, again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As a shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at this festival. There must have been a ton of pressure on Rika-chan's shoulders right now. Damn, why am I cheering her on from a place I can barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up there in the best spot rooting for her.
Kai-chan, over here!
Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt and collar. It was Shion. She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people. She had a mischievous grin on her face, and I took it as her saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of. Shion, what's up?
Shh! Just be quiet and come with me.
She told me so. She ran in a big detour around the throng. Man, it's great to have someone who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. Okay, there you go. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so that I wouldn't be left behind. As I wondered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around to the back of the shrine grounds. Hey, wait, where are we going? We're getting further and further away.
Shh! Just stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon.
Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. No sign of people and not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. However... How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here? I feel like that's not why she's doing this. I'm looking left and right, and eyes just narrow and darting. Since you can't see my face, I'm describing it for you. Something suspicious going on. She's a little vixen, she's a little fox. She has a trick up her sleeves. I see, there's some high spot around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or somewhere we can look down at it, right?
What? Why do we have to climb onto the roof?
Well, how else are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance?
Did you really want to see Chama's dance?
That's new. I've seen it before. I was just used to saying Rika-chan. My brain autocorrected it.
Kai-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low?
I feel like I know what you mean. No! 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 Only a head path for little ones. No weird. Stop it. Shush, you don't be gross. Weird. I don't think we're understanding each other here. Weren't you going to show me somewhere I could see Rika-chan's dance from easily?
Well, who made that promise?
What's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Jian? Is it my fault? Is this my fault? Did I do this to myself? Oh, damn it! What was this? Am I just reading the wrong things into it? Then why did you call me all the way out here? Eyebrow raiser. With an expression that indicated she wasn't fooling around, she pressed her index finger to my... Oh my... into kissing. Her index finger to my lips and said slowly and quietly...
This place is a dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds. And now a male and female the same age are all alone together.
That's me! Shion, she's not playing something crazy again, is she?
Shh! Look over there. See?
Oh, okay, that was just Kaiichi's. Shion whispered, pointing into the dark underbrush. And there we saw two figures, one male and one female. What's that? Is that? We're right at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. See?
We're at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. See, look closely. Can you tell who they are?
I don't remember their names. Damn it, but the nurse and the photographer... Oh, bro! He's both got the nerdy look and the frickin' military. He's just all sorts of things jumbled together. And he makes it look cool. He pulls it off. Peered intently into the dark. And Shion's suggestion... Oh, it's there we go. Tomitake-san and Takano-san. I feel like I've heard Takano before. I should... From another game, maybe? If I knew what it was, I could probably use that as a reference to try to help my brain remember. Oh yeah, that one thing from that other game, not related to this one. Two of them were clearly breathing quietly and... Move the mic a little closer. And glancing around to make sure nobody knew they were there, as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden storehouse-like building. Wait, Shion! Could this be what you wanted to show me? Are they gonna get axed by Oyashiro-sama?
Kai-chan! You can see Rika-chama's dance any year, but you won't ever get another chance like this, okay?
Unless I'm the one that's killed off, but I thought of that the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seemed all too similar. Oh, cheeky little you. I'm going back. Don't call me for something like this again.
If you move now, they'll see us.
At our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around. Dun dun dun!
Oh my, who might that be?
We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. She and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush. Oh, damn it. I thought we'd be whispering the whole time.
Well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? My, if it isn't Shion-chan and my Barakun. Good evening. Yes, the moon certainly is pretty.
What's this, Kaiichi-kun? You sure are smart, you know that? Having a secret date in a place like this? Though I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. Ha 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 ha!
You're one to talk. You're the ones who were meeting up secretly. Tomitake-san and Takano-san laughed to themselves, and it got on my nerves for some reason. Wait, so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then?
Of course we were. Though I don't dislike that kind of romance.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the location of a rendezvous either of you would want to see.
Oh, my?
Sorry for not living up to your expectations.
If this wasn't a rendezvous, then what were you doing? Tomitake-san, were you messing around with the padlock on the door just now?
After she said that, I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were hunching in front of a warehouse door, fiddling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock.
Guess we've been found out, huh? We were trying to break into the warehouse, but don't tell anyone, alright?
Don't tell anyone. Are you thieves or something? Demanded, unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomitake-san was grinning. Well, if you said that, you're dead.
Nah, never. Thieves are people who steal things, right? It's not like we were trying to take anything out of here.
I see. Then why are you trying to unlock the door? This is the forbidden storehouse for the ritual tools. They say only the Furude family and a mere handful of others are allowed in.
Forbidden storehouse. Took a few steps back at that and looked on the entire warehouse. It certainly looked like one, but ill removed from any signs of people, almost as if in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened, and it was built to be durable, giving a strange, overpowering impression. Now that I looked at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses. Is that her talking? I think so.
This place, they're called ritual implements. Basically, this is a warehouse where they store such tools used in rituals. Well, more accurately, maybe it's a temple where the implements are enshrined. The ritual Horika-chan is using for the offertory dance was inside here until today. Of course, if anyone but the Furude family enters, they bring impurity into it, so absolutely no one is allowed a single step inside it. It's a sanctuary.
Should we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then? However, Takano was wearing a childlike expression, an innocent smile at best, and terribly cruel grin at worst.
I told you I was researching Hinamizawa's folktales and legends out of an interest in them, didn't I? A lot of the answers to questions I'm curious about are hidden away inside here. I've waited all this time until today for this chance.
A chance? Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot.
I see. I didn't know you had lockpicking skills, Tomitake-san.
Stop it! I don't want to be doing this, okay?
Sorry for taking you along with me, but this was all thanks to you, Jiro-san. I really am grateful.
Sheesh, this is the only time. Understand, Takano-san? I don't want to be sneaking to places like this.
You really are a good person, Jiro-san.
Kerklink, Tomitake-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side.
It's open!
Thank you. At long last.
Takao-san gulped with an unusually excited air about her as she gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I claimed curses didn't exist, but in this situation, I could believe in them. If we went to such a holy place with our shoes on, it feels like we could be punished somehow. Is it her?
How about it? Your accomplices, too. You came all the way here, so why not come in and take the tour? It'll be a little field trip to a museum of precious cultural artifacts that conceal the secret history of Hinamizawa, and it's only open today.
We're not accomplices or anything.
Aren't you interested, though? Come on, let's take a peek.
She answered predictably, linking her arm with mine. But we definitely should be doing this. This is a holy warehouse, isn't it? You said ritual implements here, right? I really feel like we shouldn't go in.
I'm part of the Sonozaki family, so I have a good guess as to what we'll find in here. But I want you to see it too, Kai-chan.
You want to show something to me? I thought it was just a ploy, but Shion's eyes looked entirely serious. Of course, she was the sort who could lie with a straight face. Of course, I was an average boy, too. My curiosity was at least twice that of a normal person. Sleeping forbidden treasures never to leave this warehouse. Chances like this don't come around too often. If I had to choose, then, I want to see. Till the locked door is open, though. I don't know about this.
If you're not interested, Kai-chan, then you can leave now. I think you'll wonder about it later, though.
Tomitake-san spoke after listening to our discussion himself, having sat down on the stairs to take a short rest.
I'll keep watch here. Go in and check it out with them. I'm not too interested. But it might be pretty interesting for a young guy like you, Kaichi-kun. Hoo hoo hoo.
He said, laughing mischievously. There was no ill will in his laughter. Tomitake-san, do you know what's in here?
Kind of. Takao-san told me all about it.
Must be a pain to have to go along with your companion's unique hobbies, huh?
Tomitake-san didn't answer that, only responding with a pained smile. Takao-san had this kind of scary air about her, like she'd drop absolutely everything else for something she had an interest in and go straight for it, but Tomitake-san, on the other hand, seemed like the gold standard what a normal person should be. Having him tell me so frankly to go check it out suddenly made the guilt feel lighter. Okay, but just a little. If it's not interesting, I'm leaving.
You got it.
Shion gave me another Mion-like wink.
Looks like we're decided. Shall we go inside? Juice-san, we'll leave this to you.
Tomitake-san waved his hand to see us off. And then it was lobbed off by something unseen. The inside was pitch black, but Takano-san turned on the battery-powered lantern she brought, revealing a pretty cramped front room.
So dark in here. Everyone take care not to trip over anything.
Wait, what? But you're not coming in with us.
I appreciate the concern. Okay, doorman, keep a good watch. We're shutting the door now.
Takano-san smiled spitefully as if leaving Tomitake-san out of something fun and began to close the door.
Man, alright everyone, have fun.
There was a low, heavy, and loud noise, and we were completely cut off from the outside world, and covered in silent darkness. Takano-san's lantern was the only light we had. It'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine. It's an outdoor lantern with backup batteries inside. It won't go out or anything.
Looks like Takano-san noticed my uneasy expression. I couldn't help but blush a little and avert my gaze. Deeper inside there was a heavy and old but sturdy door with solemn decorations on it. It was the last door sealing away what was within.
Strange how it was an antechamber even though it's just a warehouse, isn't it? I believe it's set up this way so that you open one door at a time, never letting the room with all the tools be seen from the outside.
Takano-san explained this, awfully impressed by the construction. But still, it's really dark in here. That over there, it's spot a circuit breaker hanging from a clump of wiring, clumsily attached to the walls. Oh, here, isn't this the light switch or some? Flip the biggest switch I can find it. With a click, the pitch-black room was illuminated by an old bare light bulb. Ah! Everyone scrunched up their faces at the sun's strobe-like brightness.
Don't!
Before she even finished, Shion slapped my hand and flipped the switch back. There was another loud click, and the room returned to darkness with only the lantern for illumination. Ow!
You can't, Kai-chan! We stuck in here, remember? You turn on the light, it might give us away!
Scolded by Shion fairly harshly. It looked like she was worried about whether someone had seen them from the momentary light.
It's all right. It was only for a moment.
Takano-san remained a relaxed adult. It seemed she was confident she could talk her way out of it if someone did see us.
Let's go in. Here we go. There.
The even heavier door opened, and this time it wasn't just the dust that came out with the air. there was also a nasty smell. One smell was like opening a dust-filled cupboard in the back of a kitchen that hadn't been opened in years, and the other smell, the nasty one, was hard to explain. It was like the raw odor of a fish market. Ew. Oh no. So like death. From how the sound echoed, this room felt far larger than the first. Takano-san held up her lantern and revealed the contents of the expensive room. Whoa! The back wall of the storehouse right in front of us was a Buddha-like holy object, standing there looking down at us. I was taken aback by its unseen force, lit up by the slender beam of the lantern.
That's the guardian god of Hinamizawa. Oyashiro-sama.
It's far grander than the one at the shrine.
Oyashiro-sama. So this is the spirit protecting Hinamizawa. Well, we just broke it. It's the one guarding the holy land of Hinamizawa from the impurities of the outside world, and the one delivering punishment after punishment upon those who attempted to sully the land with the damned construction. Looks like there are far more tools stored in here.
Looks like there are more tools stored in here than I thought, but this is so sad. None of them have been maintained. How unfortunate that they're in such a state.
Even in the dim light, I could see a lot of strange objects lining the walls, ceilings, and shelves. Takano-san, speaking as if in a trance, was infatuated by the various implements filling the dark room. They weren't very festival-like or traditional, but instead, this was more like the workshop of a blacksmith or a carpenter. There were a lot of large wooden and metal tools packed in here. Putting it bluntly, it was all pretty boring stuff. I'd imagined there would be more artistic things in here from the Heian period, but these are a far cry from being cultural artifacts. My expression betrayed my dashed hopes, and they caught on right away.
Oh? Is this not interesting for you?
Not into literature or art, so you can look at this stuff, but I don't really understand its value.
Kaiji-kun, you really do look like you don't get it. I guess that's only natural.
Takano-san reached into a paper bag that she'd been holding the whole time, took out a worn scrapbook, and began to flip through it.
Then, just for you, Kaiji-kun, I'll tell you an old story. It's a common tale in this region. You go to the library would even be on their recommended reading list.
Telling stories in such a dark, creepy place. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, totally. She must have a horror story in mind. Shion's face belied nothing but calm. She had the same personality as Mion. She'd have found fault with me being scared. I'll endure it for now and pretend to be calm.
Okay. All right, I'll read it.
After confirming that I was going to be quiet and listen, she began to speak softly like a kindergarten teacher, reading a picture book.
Long, long ago, in a certain village in the mountains there was a swamp. The swamp was very, very deep. Some even called it bottomless. People said it was connected to hell, the land of demons. The rumor said that it was deeper than the ocean and that anyone it swallowed would sink into the underworld, a bottomless swamp. Its name was Onigafuki.
Wait, I thought back to the story I heard yesterday about the sacrifice sinking in the bottomless swamp. Could that be the swamp she's talking about? So then the village was Hinamizawa, right?
You catch on quickly, that's right. Though it was called Onigafuki Village at the time.
Onigafuki Village? That's a pretty inauspicious name.
It looks quite the image, doesn't it? I hear that the name was changed in the Meiji period.
The name of the swamp connected to hell was called Onigafuki, which meant the demons. Abyss. And the true name of this village, Hinamizawa, was Onigafuki Village.
The villagers belonged to that abyss, or to hell in other words. They lived their lives worshipping the swamp said to connect to it. But then one day, demons began to appear one after the other from deep in the swamp. The villagers feared that hell was overflowing. The demons mercilessly attacked the villagers. They could only watch in fear. They could do no more than hide themselves and tremble.
So did someone exterminate them?
Unfortunately, there's no Momotaro or Superman in this fairy tale.
Then, did they get the whole village together to fight them?
Heavens, no! The villagers weren't nearly strong enough to fight on equal terms with the demons.
Then, the only recourse would be to flee the village.
They couldn't do that either. To the villagers, it was their beloved homeland. It didn't matter how terrifying the demons, they wouldn't have run away. Didn't matter how terrifying the demons, they wouldn't have run away so easily.
Then what did they do? Wouldn't they just get wiped out? Able to fight and unable to run. All they could do was wait for the village to be destroyed.
Then, when everyone had lost hope, their god, Oyashiro-sama, descended unto them.
I see. So Yashiro-sama came down from the sky and beat up all the demons then.
You're such a boy, Kai-chan. You always jump straight to using force to resolve things.
She sighed, a little annoyed. Embarrassed, I held my tongue.
Thing about Oyashiro-sama, he wasn't a violent god who would beat them up like you're saying. He was a kind god filled with love and benevolence.
Really?
Strength of Oyashiro-sama descended from the heavens couldn't be compared to that of the demons. They didn't even fight, they simply prostrated themselves before his radiant authority. Oyashiro-sama urged them to go back to hell from whence they came, but the demons wept and challenged him, saying they could never return. The world of the demons, too, has harsh commands. They claimed they had been banished from hell.
Demons? Who didn't have a place to go either in hell or in the human world. Of course they were at fault for attacking the village. They deeply reflected on it and were sorry.
As the villagers conversed amongst themselves, little by little they came to pity the demons, and, after talking with everyone in the village, they decided to live alongside them. A lot of fairy tales have them being exterminated or driven away, but you don't often hear one where they live in peace.
You're right. Demons are supposed to symbolize all evils. A story where they decide to live together with humans is certainly strange.
When the demons first heard the villagers' invitation, they doubted their ears, but soon burst into tears of joy. The villagers had given them a place to live. So that in payment for this good deed, the demons shared their many kinds of powers and secrets with the villagers. Oyashiro-sama was very pleased with this happy exchange. He gave the demons the bodies of humans so that they would indistinguishable... Wait, he gave the demons the bodies of humans so that...
Oh, okay, to inhabit, okay.
So that they would be indistinguishable from villagers. He himself decided to stay on the surface and watch over the everlasting peace between them. A land in which man, demon, and god lived together.
Oh wait, is this me? I thought the word demon was a noun meaning evil that needs to be exterminated. God may have mediated for them, but you don't often hear happy endings like that where both sides live in harmony. See, I guess it is kind of interesting.
Although the normal fairy tale ends there, it was revised quite a bit during the Edo period into a much longer story. After that, the humans and demons intermixed, and eventually there was no difference between them.
So the demons ended up disappearing?
No, not at all. Half of them stayed just as they were.
The knowledge that the villagers had received from that... The demons basically made them into something inhuman, what people call transcendent. Wait. This isn't in parentheses, but I feel like it's not him talking. Why would he know this?
The knowledge the villagers had received from the demons basically made them into something inhuman where people call transcendent. They were well aware that power they had was heresy, and as those below worshipped them, they lived out their lives in secrecy.
The story is the root of many derivative tales and pieces of fiction. It's the foundation, I mean. The basis.
What do you mean by root? Wait, what? Oh, there. Okay, I was like, wait, did she say root? Wait. Ugh. Ugh.
She remains the part of... She
means the part about the villagers having demon blood. What I mean is all the legends from around here are based on the premise that the villagers are descended from demons.
There's a hint of amusement in Shion's face as she said that. It was like she wanted to say that she too had demon blood in her. Is there any proof, though? Maybe it's somehow rooted in historical fact. Beyond just fairy tales.
Oh, my Barakun, then do you believe that demons really did come out of the swamp and breed? Oh my, with humans?
Well, it's not that I don't believe it, but, she said demon, she meant the ones from hell, but... In ancient Japan, the word wasn't necessarily used to denote only that kind, right? The more well-known use involves the drifting foreigner theory. As the story goes, Westerners who were shipwrecked in nearby seas had such markedly different customs that they were called demons. Japanese people were relatively similar in appearance to other Asians, but everything about those from the West was different: their physiques, their faces, and their skin color. In Japan, terms like red demon and blue demon evoke images especially of Westerners. Lacking in skin pigments, Westerners would sunburn easily and turn red. I can speak from experience! Wrong. Expert. Being fair-skinned, I think blood vessels appearing on their skin would look blue too. Well, that, I guess on my knuckles you can see my veins. A handful of accidental aliens would drift into Japan and came under persecution, being called demons. They would flee into the mountains to survive, turn to bandit groups, and attack villages for food and the like. Interesting. How does that explanation sound? Are we getting a history lesson of Japan? Maybe it's a bit childish. Japan gave me a weird smile when, having come up with such an impromptu hypothesis, I unconsciously followed it up with self-deprecation. Still, she didn't smile as if to make fun of me.
It's not ridiculous. There are a lot of people who subscribe to the drifting foreigner theory. Even so, nobody actually knows what happened. Were they groups of foreigners who had turned to banditry, or were they really demons who had come from the bottom of the world?
Then, Takano-san, which one do you believe?
The truth of the matter aside, I'd rather believe the more fantastic explanation. It's more fun that way, isn't it?
Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist. Here I thought she'd reject unrealistic stories like that.
Now then, this is where the fun begins.
Takano-san brought an end to her storytelling and waits for a moment, as if to tantalize us. Suddenly, she